so that's what we got going on. So cut that tree out. I'll go still and a burn ban out here so I can't get rid of all this excess stuff. Got firewood sacks grown a little bit. It's about a quarter of a cord. So let's come back here. So again, that dead tree needs to come out still. This one needs to be fixed up. That branch that comes out there needs to come off. This little stuff needs to be cut out of here. And then this is where we're going to build the little homesteading house. So I'm going to have the garage. And I was going to have the garage up front here, starting. Let's see, you see that little. So that's going to be the one corner. That's going to be a corner. Then here, over there. But the wife preferred to have the garage in the back of the house. It's like, okay, that's fine. Got changed up some. So like these trees need to go. That dead thing needs to go. Now, a question that I want to ask you guys out there is, alright, so there's the target right there. So that's at the end of the driveway that was originally cut in for the house up front on the property. So now the question is, do I go ahead and go with the original plan to bring the driveway this way? Which again, I thought, you know, take out that tree, take out that dead thing, have it come in, have that be the drive, that right there be the driveway area, and pull in with it up here, or go ahead and have a snake further back, come in on the back side, or actually, I guess my really original initial idea when I first came up with this idea was to kind of have like hard pack, where, you know, used to be able to drive through, or they would drive their four-wheelers and stuff back here, people we bought it from. So this is pretty hard packed here. So I go ahead and bring it from, let's see, so target on that side, bring it back this way around that, and basically come up, I guess, right here or over here. Where's hard pack here? It's not, that's still soft sand. Question is, if bringing it this way, then, you know, you got at least one right out there by the target. That big one right there would be 2. That big guy would be 3. This big guy right here probably have to come completely out, which would be 4. So I don't know. Every house I've ever lived in has either had no garage or the garage on the front of the house. So just figure I'd ask, what do you guys think? Like, does it really matter which side it comes down, left or right side? And then, oh hey, look, let's see, can we get that? Sorry, got distracted by deer poop. Bam. Yeah, again, so this is where the deer like to hang out. Well, they did right there, where all that tall stuff was. That's all dead now. That's where they like to hang out in the summertime. So where I'm planning on building my house is where the deer like to hang out. Again, more deer poo. More deer poo. But yeah, so like I want to bring the house back off of the road, which again, technically, I have the main house, that shed, and technically none of the buildings on our property are built in the variance, I guess is what they, I don't know. I had to get special permission when I bought this place because they lost the paperwork from the county saying that they're allowed to build the house there. So again, so where this shed's at, half of it is built inside where it's supposed to be, so that line pretty much comes straight down about halfway through, all the way down. And it angles this way. So instead of coming straight across, it actually angles like a 45 off the front corner, because the way the road comes, so the road comes like this and curves out like that around our property, so it's a little S. So this corner's up against the road, and it kind of makes a 45 off the road to like through how we're looking at the right side of the house, past that back corner of the shed over to this property line over here. So only one of the bedrooms of the actual house is inside where it's supposed to be built at half of this shed, and then that shed's just on the outside of it. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, build back here where we're supposed to be built at. But now it's like, man, I mean, either way, having the driveway cut in, because when we start to do this, whichever way I decide to cut the driveway in, we're going to have it all concreted back, so it's easier to get loads of stuff dropped off. A lot of the stuff I'm going to do, I won't say a lot of it, there's a portion of it that I'm going to do myself, which is putting a basement in. Since most of the houses down here don't have basements, I mean, you can have them done, but they charge out the wazoo. I mean, I did 3 shovel loads there, and I went down 1.5 feet. It's all sand for the first 3.5 feet. It's loose sand, and then I usually stop when I dig the burn holes. But when you go down a little bit further, you got about another 2 foot of hard pack sand before you hit the clay. But since I know a little bit about building basements from my time in construction up north, I'll build the basement, I'll pour the foundation down the basement, build the basement, and then I want to do a concrete slab over top of the basement, basically. So, and then I'll have the builders come in and do, well, if we do traditional build, I have family that knows how to do. Between me and the family we have and friends, we can do it all. If we go with like a metal building, just the frame out, we'll have someone come and do the exterior shell of it, and then we'll do the interior framing of it ourselves and all that fun stuff. So it's just a matter of deciding what type of building we want to go with. Yeah, so I figure, I mean, it's 3 acres, got a lot of potential. The plan is to build something, or to build our permanent house there, and then just want to let the in-laws come stay in the main house, or the front house up here, until it finally falls apart. So I'll let you guys know if you do want to go with a trailer or manufactured housing, however you want to look at it. Do your research and don't skimp on stuff. So like this one is definitely cheaply made. All the rooms are wired for dual light switches on either side of the room. So this master bedroom on this side, those set of windows are directly across from the front door. By the front door you have the light switch for the living room. The family room light switch is on the opposite side. Dining room light switch is on the opposite side. Kitchen light switch is on the opposite side of the house down there. So when you come in the front door, you have to walk to the far side of every room to turn lights on coming this back towards the master. So they went cheap. They went extremely cheap. They never had them install because the light switches are wired up to be dual switched for each room, but they never installed the other set of switches. So, and out here, the way that the soil and everything is, the way that they did the supports for this, the lady we bought from says she's She was here for like 12 years and had to have the house leveled like 3 times. I've been here for 6 months, had it leveled before we moved in. And I already had to have them come back out here and re-level it because we got so much rain this year that you can just feel it when you're in there, that it's starting to shift. You can see it on the skirting, where before it was this back part that sank, but you can see the gap there where it's still good, but up front you can see where the skirting's bowing. Actually, I'll show you. You can see where it's bowing, where it's sunk down from all the rain. So you can see where it's popped those screws off and it's completely wedged in. Right here, I don't know if you can see that bow right there, but it's bowed out. I see this sand's finally pushed back away from it. That's good. But yeah, so if you want to go to manufactured home, which I know a lot of people that have had no problems with them whatsoever, pay for the extra money to have the full, like a full run of the concrete. Basically you're getting a full concrete foundation under each one of the beams, and then they'll build supports on that. Another random thing, so if you have a crossbow or compound bow, getting cheap little guys is fine. You know, I would get the more expensive ones for actual hunting, but for setting in to get it close, go cheap, because you know when you're setting in, when you punch a hole through the plastic tub that's holding the target to have it more upright, they all rip apart. Not designed for plastic, but alright. The big question was asking which side would you guys bring the driveway up on? Would you make it more, as the thing come from this way, I removed that tree to bring it just straight through here. Again, you have to take that branch off and then it curve back a little bit. If you go that way, you want to take out that guy, and then if you go straight back, like 3 trees back there, I'll take out. Or if you bring it around this soft piled up stuff, bring it around that way, there's like 6 trees you're going to have to take out. And I would like to leave as many trees as possible, but I also want it to make, you know, sense. And yeah, really want it to make sense. It's the big thing. Although if I come this way with it, if we go with like a traditional build where they're going to basically bring in like prefab, like roofing and stuff like that to put up there, probably have to take that tree out to be able to get the semis in. I don't know. We'll see. Figure that out once I decide what kind I want to go with. Alright, well, hope everyone has a great day.